Welcome to Real Estate Soup with Mike Osterman.
All right, so we got a story out of Georgia today from Deborah Hastings. This is from April of 2024. Foreclosure auction has been scheduled for a $600,000 house belonging to a Georgia man who died last year. His family says a squatter has taken over the home. Squatting has become an increasing problem in Georgia, authorities have said. Not just Georgia. We have squatters. I have a property right now that I'm working on where we had a gentleman showed up with his RV and a fake will and is collecting rent from the tenant. The tenant has no idea what had happened, but the person who's involved knows something about the estate and knows some things that's going on. Hey, and look, this is all public information. I'm not saying that. Part of what I do when I'm working with people is to secure the property and make sure that the neighbors know who to call if there's a problem. Water coming through the front door, bird flies through window. It's all there. I've got a guy renting a driveway right now. But here, back to the story. Where I'm at. A Georgia family is desperately trying to evict a man who they say has taken over the $600,000 of their dead patriarch, who passed away last year. The house, which is currently in foreclosure, is scheduled for bank auction on May 7th. That should probably clean up some of the problems. The relatives of the deceased homeowner say a man showed up in the empty house last week with a U-Haul trailer, broke into a back door, and had the lock changed. Now, he won't leave. Police say, "I've never seen anything so brazen." The police were there all day banging on the door, and he wouldn't open it. Peterson is the daughter-in-law of Michael Peterson, who died in 2023. He built a Powder Springs home himself, and his wife raised 5 children there, including Brittany's husband, Alexander. The patriarch had just been through an expensive divorce before his death, and the 5-bedroom, 4-bath house had liens against it and a second mortgage. So the family had made it difficult for the decision to let the house go into foreclosure. In the past week or so, notices about the impending bank auction began appearing on the online real estate site, including Zillow and Redfin. Then the alleged squatter showed up. So again, public information. This is why it's critical for attorneys, fiduciaries, people that are in the probate world to secure a property immediately after someone passes away. I'll read an obituary from time to time where someone has passed away, and it doesn't take much for someone to go online, type in the name of the person, they got the town, and then all the free data that's out there. They can head on over and see what's up. Police are investigating according to the statement. It's been forwarded to the Criminal Investigation Unit for further investigation. The matter is still ongoing. I don't have an update at this time, but I imagine something has happened. A bill signed by Georgia Governor Brian Kemp that makes squatting a misdemeanor crime and speeds up the legal process to remove squatters from a home. Now, this is interesting, though, because here in California, we have a thing called adverse possession, where if a property hasn't been or is empty, and for example, in our case, someone dies, and the family or the beneficiaries, the creditors, no one is there to take care of it. Then the taxes go into default, and you say you come along and you fix the house up, you move in, pay the taxes, take care of the property, get color of title. It's a perfectly legal process to acquire a property. It takes 5 years. Oh, excuse me. So it'd be interesting to hear how that would go down with the governor or the law in Georgia. I'm not sure. Certainly, they could change the law, but I'm not sure how exactly. I realize that there's a fine line between a squatter who's looking just to, stay in a house and not acquire title, not looking to improve, not looking to do any of those things, versus somebody that's going to take care of the property and bring it up to its full potential. Two very different things. she says it's pretty mind blowing. So many people have reached out to her. It's happening to them. Other states like New York have recently changed laws seeking to oust squatters after multiple cases emerged of homeowners claiming their properties have been overrun by squatters who have falsely sublet their homes. And we just did a story not too long ago about a landlord who rented out his house, or I should say a homeowner became a landlord, rented out his house, and the guy renting the house rented it, via Airbnb, and was collecting money on it and not paying the original landlord or the original homeowner. And so it turns into a pretty big mess pretty quickly. And so it's just, one of those interesting things that we're dealing with now. And in the 2023 case, the one Georgia house outside of Atlanta turned the residence into a legal strip club. We did one of those too, where we had it wasn't a strip club, but we did the guy in the basement turned it into a nightclub. And just, crazy things are happening. Anyhow, I'll have to do a follow up to see what happens with the story here, and we're gonna see how these things shake out in the end. All right, we'll talk later.
Thank you for watching Real Estate Soup with Mike Osterman.